and talk a little playoff bracket, shall we? Look at what Moore did today with Oregon. They go down, so you wonder how far they're going to drop. We just talked about Alabama and Missouri in the SEC looking for elite teams. There's a lot of really good teams out there.
Georgia Tech today.
Yep. There's a lot of movement, and we'll go ahead and talk about the movement on our college football playoff projection. We got brackets to talk about, guys. The top four.
Everybody loves brackets.
The top four is how we've put it. Now, we have moved Texas.
This is our producer. This is our producer. We're blaming him. Right?
We have moved Texas A&M into the top four after their win at home over Florida. Bump Oregon down to 7. You can also see Indiana scooting up a little bit from number 7 to number 5 as they were last week. Texas Tech is another team that is moving up after an impressive win.
First and second teams
over Kansas. Georgia Tech and Oklahoma first and second teams out. But Maddie, when you look at our bracket here, talk to me about it. Let's have a dialogue. Let's have a dialogue.
You know, it's really difficult to have a dialogue about it because I go to just 2 football teams, and I just feel like it's clearly like Ohio State and Miami are the 2 best teams in the country. And it really isn't, right, the fact that Ohio State's offense is all that impressive.
It's not.
Right? It's not yet. They haven't found their groove yet. I think they're improving. They're getting better. I think Julian Sayin is legit bona fide QB1. There's no doubt about that. But it's the defense. They're built on the defensive success.
Yes.
Caden Curry played absolutely phenomenal today. I mean, it's just unbelievable. The secondary alone, Igbinosun, Jermaine Matthews, forced fumble, pass breakup, interceptions. Like, they can do it all defensively, the Matt Patricia defense. And then, Miami, dude. I mean, what can I say? One of the most balanced teams in the country right now.
Yeah. I think just looking at this bracket right now, I see Miami as the top team just because of who they've played and who they've beat at this moment in time. So let me see if I can do this.
And have it a little of everything.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. So then we can bring Ohio State over here. Perfect. And then are we okay with Ole Miss at number 3 over Texas A&M? I would switch those 2.
Okay, that's fine. But my question is, are we okay with 1 through 4? Like, is there any team that you would put in the top 4 instead of what we have there? Okay, you would go with Indiana.
I think Indiana should
be 3
over Texas A&M.
4,
even though the Oregon win over Penn State lost a little luster.
I'm not sure what Ole Miss.
I understand. At that moment, though, Penn State was still playing for the national championship, right? So everything was on the line. It was a different focus. It was a whiteout, all that kind of stuff. They still went on the road and won a big-time game, right? Oregon and Penn State. So I'm going to still say that's a bonus for
At the end of the year, that might be a win against a team that didn't even make a bowl game. And I know that some people might say that. So I understand why someone would make that counter argument.
Yeah.
And the Indiana win versus Oregon, maybe we have some little bit of recency bias here. But
that's all we have. That's all we got to go by, right?
Who has Ole Miss beat so far?
I mean, the way that they looked today against Washington State,
scary.
Super concerning to me.
Yes.
Washington State, for a good portion of that football game, was able to move the football and push them around and be physical on the offense side of the football. So that's what's concerning for me, right? Is the fact that they kind of got punched in the face and overlooked a football team in their own house.
Do we want to do this here?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Switch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can.
Okay.
I'm cool with it.
And then,
boom.
Indiana
so
there.
The 3 spot.
Okay.
Right? And I think it just goes down to QB1, receiver, and the defense, right, for Indiana. I love everything they got right there with those 3.
And then I had this conversation with you before we went up. I know you're going to say Tennessee should be there. I like Georgia Tech. They're a team that have not lost a game this season, and we're going to put Tennessee ahead of them by where Georgia Tech ends up missing the playoffs right now.
Who did Tennessee lose to?
Georgia.
Okay, all right. So, listen, Georgia, they're still in there. So I can't, knock Tennessee out because they lost to one of the better teams in the country.
Yeah.
And even though we
But what about, just looks? You don't think Georgia
Tech... I like
Tech...
the way my team looks, all right? No, I'm being biased as hell right now. Of course I'm going to keep Tennessee in there for me.
Okay, but what if LSU hasn't looked that great? So what if we were to do this... And then this.
Yeah, go, Sam. What do you got?
No. We're going to move this up here just so we get a look at some of these other teams.
So what we did, we got Georgia in the playoff, Georgia Tech in the playoff because I think they're a playoff caliber team.
Yeah.
And then who did I take out for them? LSU. LSU would end up being the first team out as it stands right now. And then Memphis. What about USF as being the group of 5 team that we see being in at that 12 seed.
And you got Tulane, too, out of the American Conference that's playing good football right now, so they're in consideration. BYU right now currently is losing in their game.
And,
so
and Arizona State is losing without Sam Levitt.
And this will be, check out this matchup, the 9-8, Alabama, Georgia, for the first round of the playoff. I mean,
it's great,
that's great,
but I don't want to see it. I don't want to see
not yet, right?
Yeah, the same conference.
Okay, so
let's switch
what are we gonna do here? Because maybe Alabama, Georgia, where would you move them?
Let me see now. Let me get. I probably, honestly, I would love to see like a Georgia or Alabama take on like a Texas Tech, right?
I would.
Georgia Tech. So honestly, I would just split these two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So split those.
If
so
we just switch those two looks, I feel like that would be fun matchups because it's not even about the seeding anymore.
Where's Texas Tech?
It's about just making sure that we're seeing
get the right matchup.
Good football teams in different conferences playing.
Okay, that's fair. Texas Tech has played good football so far.
I would like to see some of these matchups.
All right.
I would like that a lot.
So we can pontificate all we want.
Absolutely.